Oh, yeah. The subtle music of the background on this fine Sunday night. And it's a day that needs to be celebrated because 36 years ago at, probably 5:30 in the morning, entered a beautiful creature, a beautiful being, just a beautiful thing entered this world by the name of Robert. He exited his mother's womb through various canals, through various methods, maybe cesarean, maybe natural. We're not really sure. We're not going into those details because all we know is that this beautiful boy came into this world and changed Earth as we know it for all of eternity. That's right, it's Robert's birthday. He turned 36 years old today, and he is still fresh as ever. He is still thriving, and he is throbbing in more ways than one. It is Birthday Bob on the podcast today.
Great, yeah. I exited the womb to cue the intro.
You're about to hear the greatest show of your life.
Dude.
Dudes with brooms on a porch with Rob and Drew.
Happy birthday, Robert.
Thank you so much.
You are a real man. And
Yeah, I'm officially been an adult as long as I've been a child.
yeah, I guess you're right in that regard. That's quite the age. That's quite the milestone, I guess you could say. Well, did you do anything before we hop into the beer? Did you get anything any fun in today?
Today? No.
No. All right. Fair enough. All right then.
Not
Well, I guess we'll go straight to the beer, and I'll go fuck myself. Raised Grain Brewing Company is what I'm drinking today. I didn't know this, but they're from Waukesha, Wisconsin. I am having their Jimmy's Trip Home, which is a Raised Grain Brewing Company beer, which I just said. It is a Belgian double or double, however you want to say it, a tribute to their brewer Jimmy's Belgian heritage. This double has a smooth, malty profile with gentle notes of raisins, banana, and caramel, or caramel if you say it the weird way. As we drink this beer, we taste Belgium. So every year, Jimmy would travel back to Belgium for the summer. So this is a tribute to those trips. That smooth, malty profile is just up in there. Like, if you look at it, it's got a nice copper look to it.
that is a.
It is a 9.4, 9.2 ABV, 24 on the IBU. So we have some IBU profiles going on. It is. I didn't realize it was this boozy, but it looks. It does look good. It smells great. I wanted to get something a little different than the standard IPA that I normally go for. So I wanted to, take my taste buds on an adventure. This can was only $3. As opposed to a lot of other ones that are not $3 or more like $9. So quite the bargain if you ask me. Let's taste it. It is an interesting. It's got you can get the raisins a little bit. Maybe get a little caramel on the back end. Not so much the banana, but it's good. It is smooth. Light mouthfeel. I would say it tastes like a pretty traditional Belgian of all the ones I've had. So it's pretty solid.
Would you say it's a bargain at twice the price?
I would half the price maybe. Yeah, it's a sweet deal.
Well, half the price would be $1.50.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's good.
Anything is a bargain at half price, Drew.
I guess you're right. It was good. It's good. I like it, and I look forward to sipping it. I think our friend Krampus would really enjoy it. He's of the German descent. So maybe I lost his number. Maybe we'll see him again someday. I don't know.
Our paths may meet again.
Yeah.
But they shall not be over voice male.
Right. What do you got?
This is yet another one where I don't know what the name is. You think that it would be a little bit more. It's Engren Brewing Company's rotating hop Pilsner, which I think it's. I think it's. I don't know what it is, but this one uses elixir hops. It's a German style Pilsner using elixir hops, and let me see here. This is what it says on the can. Our rotating hop Pilsner series is where we explore the subtle contributions of a wide variety of hops to the well-balanced classic German-style Pilsner. We hop this beautiful lager with traditional hopping techniques using the same grain, bill, and mash profile. It's hard to read these cans sometimes, huh?
Yeah, it is. It can be.
For each brew. This is our 15th rotation in the series, featuring elixir hops from the legendary growing region of Alsace, France.
Yeah.
Let's say that. And offers a unique aroma of cognac, leather, and tobacco that are backed by sweet citrus fruits as well as rose and lovage.
Lovage?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Well, we both went with the German kind of style beer, and we didn't even orchestrate that, Rob. We did it.
We're on a frequency level that crosses mountains.
If only the Milwaukee Bucks were on some sort of frequency in Game 1, and that atrocious performance today.
It was, come on, man. Middleton hit over 30. Holiday had over 15 assists.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because
Bobby put up 20 from the bench.
People talk about stats when they don't matter. Like, okay, the team lost, so you're going to talk about the stats. The stats mean nothing. You lost the game.
Don't come down on me like that.
You're
what I'm saying is they did not play atrociously.
Yes, they did.
They lost game 1
against a team that barely has a winning record. The Milwaukee Bucks all season long have had fucking terrible luck or just performed so poorly against these shitty teams. How many times did we lose to the Chicago Bulls? A losing record the Chicago Bulls had the entire season, and we lost to them.
On top, man. Every time they play us, they try harder.
Well,
they can only try hard. They can only try that hard for one game.
This is the playoffs, Rob. This is round 1 of the playoffs.
Exactly. This isn't March Madness.
They need to win.
We got 7 games.
We can't get to 7 games. We need to. It was supposed to be a sweep.
I'm just saying. Look, we shot 23% from behind the 3-point line.
Horrible.
That's bad. That is bad. That's well below our average. There's no way we're going to do that for 3 more games in a row. If we would have even bumped that up to 27%, we win that game.
Yeah, but they didn't. They played like shit. Turnover after turnover.
You look at things so you know.
Yeah, we'll get to this. We'll get to my mindset in a little bit. We're
going back to that well, huh?
Yeah, turnover after turnover. It was a infuriating game. You're at home. You have the best.
I just tasted this beer.
It's
also
pretty good. Great.
It's actually pretty smooth.
You're at home. You are the top team in the NBA. You have the best record, and you lose against the fucking Miami Heat. Giannis pretty much broke his ass, and he was out for the game. Hopefully, he's back on Wednesday.
Let him take Wednesday off.
Tyler Hero broke his hand, which is going to be impactful to the Heat. He won't be back, I would imagine. He's not going to be back, at least in this series. Broken hands usually take a lot of time to heal.
Which means he won't be back this year because we're going to beat them this series, and they'll have no more games for him to come back to.
You just let Jimmy Butler blow up everything for no reason. Turnover.
Good game,
you step out of bounds. They stepped out of bounds like 3 fucking times in the first quarter. And
sorry, who did? We did?
Yes.
It's not a regulation court. It's okay.
It is. And that's the thing. So the blue court was in the Blue Court Curse is going to be the death of the Milwaukee Bucks. And
I'm okay. You know what? I think for the longevity, I would say if that becomes a thing and we never have to see that godforsaken blue court again, I'll take the loss.
Well, you know why? You know why they're using
blue court. Get rid of that blue. The blue could stick around forever if we win this year.
You know why they're using that, right?
I don't care.
The other one
is it something that's going to make me sound like a bad person for saying I don't care?
No, the other one's broken.
They don't have paint somewhere.
The other one is broken and they haven't gotten it fixed. $1 billion industry, they can't get a fucking floor fixed to like they're because those blue ones are just supposed to be like a throwback floor. You know what I mean? Like it's supposed to be here and there, but not the whole season. But that's part of it. That isn't part of it. They played like shit.
You can't get anything anymore. You know, so you make a product, and 3 months later, they don't make it anymore. You gotta remake it somewhere else.
And this isn't a sports podcast, so we'll get off of it in a second. But Carter takes a 3-point. You haven't been hitting threes all freaking game. Chris Middleton's wide open. Take the easy 2, but no, he goes for it, misses it. End of the quarter, and it's just like, are you fucking kidding me? It is so frustrating. It is so frustrating.
I blame Carter for the whole game.
It's frustrating being a Wisconsin sports fan because.
Well, I'll say this: if Miami becomes for the Bucks becomes what the 49ers are for the Packers, then we're in for a long fucking decade.
The Lakers won today against the Grizzlies, which they shouldn't have, but again, you're right. 7 games. There's more opportunities for them to win, but come on. Opening game, you're the best team in the NBA. You're at home. Just because your main guy gets hurt, we have other weapons. Use them.
But our weapons came through. You know, it's like
they didn't.
For the most part, our 3-point shooters didn't come through.
Yeah.
Lopez was killing it on his end.
It was very frustrating. Pissed off. I'm not about it. So we'll watch again Wednesday, and I'll probably be pissed off again. You know?
No, you won't.
Hopefully not.
This is why your heart hurts you sometimes.
Speaking of the heart stuff, I've been exercising a lot. I went on a run yesterday. Ran over 4 miles at an 8:47 pace. That's pretty good, if you ask me. I saw, and I
was, but
huh?
No one was asking you, but okay,
You're
continue.
Right.
No, go.
While on my run, I was doing a little self-reflection, and I told myself I need to start expressing more gratitude in my life, and I need to find reasons to be happy, and I'm working. I addressed to myself silently while on a run, listening to music, getting lost in the music and lost in thought, and potentially getting hit by a car every once in a while. I just had to say, hey, I am grateful for that driver motivating me to get out of the way and move a little faster. You know, so I'm working on it, Rob. I am working on it with myself. Nobody else, no professionals telling me what to do. I was like, yes, I should find things to be grateful for because I don't have it that bad. But, you know me. I'm a negative guy every once in a while. It happens. So I should get some credit there. God damn it.
No one's going to give it to you.
Well, okay. Thank you.
No, no. That's a big step. I wanted to hear you say, "Oh, I'm gonna practice positivity," but I know what you just said about the Bucks and this whole thing, how this whole conversation started. So I know that wasn't on your list.
Well, isn't being grateful positive? Isn't showing gratitude positivity?
No, it's not. They're different things.
How?
Because being thankful for the things you have doesn't mean that you look at the things you have in a positive light necessarily.
I think you're wrong.
You can spin anything into a positive, and it makes you feel better. It makes you smile. Just being like, oh, thanks to that guy. That like, I'm grateful that guy didn't hit me. You can still like in your head be like, but he shouldn't have been that fucking close. But thank you for not hitting me, guy. Whereas there's not much positive about almost getting hit by a car. I'm not gonna lie. Let's try a different topic.
Well, there were just other things I was thinking about. Little reflection.
No, but it's like you need to be positive outwardly, not based on not based on external stimuli. Like, just be positive for the sake of being positive, man. For a little bit, try it for a week.
I'm not like
try it for a week.
I'm not like I don't like walk into a room with a grimace on my face and I go, oh, everything is shitty, everything is dumb, wah wah wah.
Literally seen you do that. Literally seen that happen.
I'm overall
in the room.
I'm overall, I would say, a happy person. I get painted like I'm this fucking like Eeyore type motherfucker, oh bother or whatever the hell he says. I lost my tail again. I don't do that. I have a negative outlook on some things, yes, but and two, Chris is in the other room, but so she was watching The Parent Trap today, and I just asked some questions about it, and she turned it off.
The original? Is there the original or the
one with Lindsay Lohan? The kids were watching it, and I was just like, I asked some questions. They turned it off.
Is that Dennis Quaid in there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But,
all right.
So they turned it off because of my questions, and I was like, that's not fair. And they're like, she's like, can't you just enjoy a movie for a movie? And I was like, I'm just asking a question. Like, it's not. Why does that make me?
I'm on your side for this. I want to hear your Parent Trap questions, please.
Okay, so I'm watching it and I go, okay, so the premise of this movie is these people had twins, and then they just said like, okay, well they're identical enough, so they're just kind of like copies. It's like a copy of a CD. I'll have one, you have one, and we go our separate ways. And then somehow they end up at the same camp, and then eventually over time, these parents fall back in love, right? I was like, well, that makes them shitty parents to begin with. Like, the idea of we can't be together, we have to split them up. That's ridiculous. And then my other question,
we hate each other so much that we're going to separate our children from one another and tell them that they're their only child.
And then the other thing is like, summer camps aren't that long. How did both kids like manage to become fluent in an accent?
I think my question always was, at 12 years old or whenever that one came out, like, what? How did one she left and went to London, but they still ended up at the same summer camp
in America? Yeah, it makes no sense.
Like,
that's crazy.
And the mother didn't foresee this potentiality. She clearly crossed an ocean to get away from Dennis Quaid, and then ended up like. Both of them ended up pretty well, right? Like the dad has
they're loaded
huge ranch, and she's like in some bougie townhouse, like
right. And then
they've been split up for what, 6 years? What did these people do?
They've been split for a while, but then it's
they
like
have a kid that was only what, like 10 years old, right?
Yeah.
How old is Lindsay Lohan in that? She's the same age as me, so probably 12, yeah.
Yeah, probably. But then it's like, so that happens, and then they realize it obviously because they look identical. Like they look at each other at the summer camp, and they're like, "Oh, we have to be related somehow." Okay, I'm gonna Lindsay Lohan 1's gonna teach me, British Lindsay Lohan, how to speak in an American accent and use the same things like that, and then I'm gonna teach her how to do that. And like in between all the summer camp activities, did they just not do that stuff? Did they not build the fires? Did they not learn how to use a compass and all that kind of shit? Anyways, they make the switch, right? And then the parents are so shitty, on top of separating them, they're so shitty, they can't tell the difference between the kids. And it's the aunt that figures it out. Dennis Quaid's sister. The aunt.
Is that it's not a Cusack, is it?
No. I don't know who it is, but I'm just saying, I'm asking this question.
That's why it's not called swapping sisters. It's called the Parent Trap. That's the trap of being a parent in the first place. Is you will never be a good parent. These are two of the worst.
And it just they're valid questions, Rob. I was just like, well, why can't I ask these? Why am I the bad person?
Yeah,
here?
Why am I the bad person for questioning a remade movie from 30 years ago? The original 50 years ago, probably.
Yeah.
No one in the writer's room was willing to ask this.
It makes no goddamn sense, Rob. So
It's like, could you give me a little? They never gave a reason, huh, as to why each parent would go, you take this one, I'll take this one.
I don't know. I didn't get far enough because I got turned off
Like-
because I'm the asshole in the room that's asking the questions. Okay.
I mean, I'm just like that. When you as a parent sit down with your twins as their infants, and you go, I can't,
Just do
you know what,
eeny,
honey?
meeny, miny, moe.
No, well, I think at some point, like say, I fucking hate you, and I need you to get out of my life forever.
Here, Denny, take this one.
Joint custody will not work. We have twins. They are the same child, inside and out. You take one, I'll take the other. Whoever said that, like the other one should have been like, well, I think we're in for, down the road a ways, we're going to be in for an awkward conversation at the very least. Someday these two are gonna meet and they're gonna go, how'd you guys decide who got who and why would you do this?
Right. What would have been better is if like one's like uber rich and the other one's just like, slumming the streets. That would have been more interesting.
Yeah. Well, then one Lindsay Lohan does crack and one does coke.
One dies at the end.
Yeah,
and
but
then just
in
like,
reality, the
"Oh."
sad truth is Lindsay Lohan did both.
She's doing a lot better these days.
I love the look on your face when I'm attacking Lindsay Lohan for her drug use. No, I know. I hope she does get better.
I think
I hope
she's
she
actually
gets
doing
better.
really great. I'm pretty
good.
sure. So
It's time for her to grow up. She's 36 now, Drew.
yeah, happy birthday, Lindsay Lohan. But it's yeah, so that that makes me a bad person. And then speaking of me being a bad person, been going to the gym a lot. I think the last 20.
So this is not that positivity we were talking about.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
So for many years and for a long time, and still to this day, I don't necessarily like going to the gym because I feel like people are judging me, and we've spoken about it before, and I know nobody's judging me. Nobody's looking at how much I'm lifting or whatever, doing this and that. Nobody's looking at that. But I have found myself judging people because I think they're judging me. Like internally, like I see this like super rip guy and like he politely asked me if I was using a machine that I was walking by, and I said no. And then I was just like what the fuck you looking at, beefcake? Kind of in my head. And then I'm also the other day I was like I kind of looked around and I was like, okay, I think I'm probably stronger than that person a little bit. So I'm turning into I'm being mean. How do I? Is it because I'm afraid of being judged? So I'm passing judgment. I didn't say it in like a bad way. I didn't say it at all. I said it in my head.
Yeah, but what you say in your head does eventually turn into something that you do externally.
I just think everyone at the gym is an asshole, and I don't want to.
Why go there then?
Because I have to. Otherwise, I'm going to die, Robert. I'm going to have my heart's going to fucking explode. And then I'll be dead on the road. And then I'll just be left there because no one's going to fucking care. And they're like, oh, I poked the guy with the stick. I'll become a roadside attraction. I'll become the Wisconsin dead man who gets poked by sticks.
That sounds like a good podcast to do, though. I would like to uncover the Wisconsin dead man who gets poked by sticks.
That's why I go.
No,
and I go early in the morning. I get up at 4:30. I'm there by 5. There's still good enough people. And then a lot of times, like I'm deterred because I was like, okay, I want to go do this with the free weights. But then I see like these fucking little chumps over there, and I was just like, shit.
They all started where you started.
Maybe.
No, nobody comes out of the womb fucking with a 6-pack and
you did.
Maybe like Dwayne Johnson or whatever.
You did.
I don't know. I was actually quite a fat baby, but I did start pumping iron at 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. I looked down. I couldn't see my diaper over my gut, and I was like, "It's time." And I was just doing pull-ups on those crib bars, man.
Yeah.
doing leg lifts.
You know, I can't even speak freely in my house without getting some text messages of criticism here. She's in the other room.
Can we read the message?
And she goes, "You are negative." She said that 10 minutes ago. And then I just sent her an emoji. And then
A frowny face? Was it a frowny face?
yeah. And then I say nothing else. And then she goes, "LOL. Oh, shut up. You've never seen The Parrot Trap? Oh, you're bullying people in your head?" Jesus Christ. You know?
I'm glad you got somebody keeping you honest over there.
Keeping me honest. I'm not bullying people in my head. I'm trying to make myself feel better because I think I'm inferior to everybody that I encounter and that I meet. So then I say, "Oh, that person right there, I'm probably faster than they are." What's wrong with that?
I'm not gonna lie. That's how that's the quintessential way that bullies are created.
But I would never go up to a person and be like, "Hey, you piece of shit, you slow jerk." I'm just trying to make, you know what I mean? Like I'm not. I would never do that. I would learn.
I know you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't.
I would learn about them. I would try to.
Are you getting feedback off my speaker?
No.
Okay, because I'm hearing feedback. Sorry, I'm hearing myself back through the speaker. Very annoying.
Where are your headphones?
Insecurity is what turns into bullying, whether you do it out or not. You're saying things out loud, but you show them in your facial tics and things like that, and then it closes you off as a punk. You got to stop thinking about people like they're judging you. I've been there. I'm still there. I was doing that when I went to the climbing gym and was only doing, I was like, I'm not as good as that guy. But then I was like climbing something, and I was like, hey, I went to one of those people that I was intimidated by, and I was like, hey, what's the best way to do this? And they're like, oh yeah, you try doing it this way or this, and they sat there and helped me figure it out, because they're people that were there where you are now, and they will help you get to where they are if you want to get there.
Nah, maybe. And I'm not
saying
nah.
Is that what your first response was?
I'm not a bully, Rob. I'm not.
I don't think you're a bully. Only to yourself.
Yes, that's true. And that just creates motivation for me.
The worst thing you can bully is your own heart, Drew.
I have to shame myself into getting things accomplished, and then I do.
Well, you do accomplish things. I mean, you get results. But another person who said the ends justify the means was Hitler, I think. So if that's how you want to get things done, by self-bullying, then I guess by all means. But if you want to do things the right way, by golly, you cross an ocean and you plant a star-spangled striped flag in the dirt, and you say, "Democracy be thy name." Wait, we kind of hate ourselves here too, don't we? It's a bad analogy. You can cut it all out.
Well, I mean, as soon as you compared me to Hitler, I think you lost some credibility.
Well, I'm just saying that the ends justify the means. That's what I heard you say. Everything you said led up to
the ends justify the means.
If self-bullying gets results, I'm allowed to bully myself.
Yeah. Why can't I be a critic of myself? You know?
Because it makes you stressed and hate yourself, and now you've that stress is folding in on itself to the point where you are now in worrying about dying.
I don't hate myself.
No, but you use self-hatred as a tool to get things done.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I don't know. Maybe the listeners can clarify this shit to Drew, because I'm talking to a wall here.
What else should I do?
Just stop. Just love yourself.
Like,
for who you are for a minute. Give yourself a week of that.
How do you do that?
I don't know. It took me years to get that first week under my belt. I'm not gonna lie.
I was just gonna ask you, like, when's the last time you did that?
Are you walking me into like a joke right now?
No,
When was the last time I loved myself?
no.
Because the answer is every day, Drew.
Did you feel shame afterwards when you're cleaning up?
When I'm cleaning up my self-love?
Yeah.
No, I bask in it.
You bask in it? Ugh, that sounds gross. I'm just saying, man.
No. I've gone down a little bit of an anxiety loophole the last couple of weeks, but for the most part, I mean, I was on a really good run of liking who I was and liking who what I was doing, and not worrying about because when you get to that point, then you no longer see the guy in the gym and go, oh, that guy might be judging me. You literally walk right past it because you don't even think about that. You're judging yourself through his eyes. That's what you're doing when you say that dude might be judging me. You're projecting yourself. You're doing a Being John Malkovich into his eye lines and putting your own thoughts in his brain. When you actually are okay with who you are and what you're doing, you don't have to project that way anymore. And then you're just comfortable.
I mean, I'm still going to the gym. I'm still eating.
I know
better.
You're taking care of the physical aspects of it. That's a big part for you.
And I feel good. I feel good afterwards. Like I feel happy that I did it. And I'm but then I step on the scale and I'm like, oh great, I haven't lost any weight. I haven't lost any weight. Isn't that stupid?
It's because the number is not what you need to be focusing on.
You're right, but I do.
I know. Well, I mean, I don't know how many times I can tell you just everything you think is wrong in this episode, but I think that's what it's just maybe me on my birthday, I'm an asshole. But I do it because I love you.
So everything I've said so far, I'm wrong about?
Except for the Parent Trap stuff, you were dead on with that.
So I am a bully.
You're a self-bully. Yeah, you're bullying yourself.
Yeah,
that's the.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
I don't know. Do you make up nicknames for people and then spread them around on the internet?
No.
You never done that?
No.
Burbank Bob, Facebook Robert. You never gave anybody nicknames, huh? Put them out there for people to see on the internet.
Is that bullying?
Some people would. I mean, in the court of law, I could definitely make it sound that way.
Hey, those Burbank Bob shirts have sold.
Yeah, they're
pretty good.
5 of them, right?
I think so. That's a lot.
Yeah, and I didn't even buy one for myself.
All right, well, enough about me, birthday boy. What have you been up to? Have things gotten better in your writing stuff, in your mindset?
My mindset's gotten better. I've reset a little bit.
The hat is back on.
What's that?
The hat is on.
Yeah, that's because I didn't shower today.
I've noticed though. I've kind of noticed like a trend. Like, like I think you tend to be in better moods when you're wearing a hat.
You think so? That's because I can hide my face.
And then when you're not wearing a hat, that's when the sadness is seeping through.
That's just the sun in my eyes.
Oh.
Makes me tear up sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an ice trap outside right now.
It's ice?
Yeah, we're getting snow tomorrow.
Oh, dang.
Stupid. It was 87 degrees yesterday. Gonna snow tomorrow. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's Wisconsin for you.
Mm-hmm.
But
regardless.
No, yeah, the writing has been going better. Me and Dree just knocked out the cover for the comic book, so that's going to actually get done now. The first issue.
Digitally or physically?
Both. He's going to send me some physical copies.
Okay, I'd like one of those.
Yeah.
Would you sign it for me?
I'll just have him deliver that.
Well, I want you to sign it.
So he's got to send it here, and then I got to send it back.
Yep.
No, you can pick it up when we figure out the venue and stuff for this show, which has not been fruitful either at this point because I can't figure out dates because I don't know what's happening at work right now. So,
well, damn.
But I'm working on it. No,
that's good.
But yeah, no. That's I've talked to a couple. I wasn't even talking about writing really for a while, and then but I didn't. I forewent drinking for a couple days this last week. I'm gonna start not drinking staying home and actually like reflecting on the things that I've been writing. So if I write drunk, I got to go back and fix it, because it's drunk writing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that it's bad necessarily. Maybe it's better. I don't know. Probably is.
What if like you wrote the greatest story ever told and you were just like completely blacked out, obliterated, and then like you get all this publicity like, oh my gosh, this book is changing lives, it's changing the world, we need the sequel, we have to have it, and then you write it sober, and then it's like complete and utter shit, everybody hates it, and then your big comeback is you just have to get pissed drunk again all the time, and then that going forward, that's just what you do. You're just really drunk, and then it turns out like you just got so drunk that you stole like an inspiring writer's work and called it your own, and you made $1 million off of it, and you didn't know until one day, like someone's just like, yeah, you go in that window every once in a while and come out with a big packet. How would you feel?
I love your votes of confidence that run throughout that tale you just wove. Maybe you could write great writing if you were blackout drunk, but
it's hypothetical.
Not when you're sober. But also, remember that great thing I said you wrote when you were drunk? You also stole that.
No.
So what did I do? Nothing.
No, I know you're a good writer. I know you have the skills.
I think you're a better writer than I am because the script. You finish scripts, so.
Kind of.
That's what it takes. That's what it takes in this business.
I write scripts for things that 6 people listen to.
Yeah, but those 6 people blown away.
The Krampus stuff, all that stuff, that was all improv.
Yeah, I think improv's funner to do.
I agree. I like having the outline and then just improving. Yeah. Like I do think that is fun. But like, how do you make that then? How do you if you do it the improv style? Well, you just got to make it like a YouTube series or something then, huh?
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of ad-libbed shows out there.
Yeah, I know. I don't know, but cool.
But you need a camera, and you need people in the same state as you. That helps.
Yeah, and I also need like skill.
Maybe a acting person. Yeah, I guess I just need somebody else to do the whole thing.
I was just kidding. Don't take that. It was a joke. It was a hypothetical.
No, but see, I'm like I said, I'm in my head. I heard out of all of that you said, the only thing that stuck out was when you're sober, your writing was dog shit.
No.
And the other stuff you stole. So if you take away all the other stuff and the only true statement that you said was your sober writing is dog shit.
Maybe I am a bully.
Well, we're getting to the bottom of it, I think. Here.
I wasn't serious.
I could see. No, yeah. You don't have to explain. We're friends. I know you went down a road and you just kept standing yourself and pushing.
Yes.
Like I was really into the idea of somebody who writes the greatest novel blackout drunk and then can't follow it up sober. Then they have to make the choice. Of drinking again. And to me, I don't know if it's worth it to like go down the road of alcoholism to be an established good writer. Like I think I could find happiness a different way.
And that's the road I was originally gonna go. Like, oh, you just have to keep drinking and drinking. But then it would have ended with you like dying on the street. And now you're the guy in California that gets poked with sticks.
Yeah.
And I was like, well,
Also, would be a great delve podcast for somebody. Either way, if we end up dead on the road in whatever state being poked with sticks, some true crime podcast is going to immortalize us in one episode.
and they just find nothing. Like they do
Yeah.
all this research, all this deep dive, and they're just like,
they act
yeah,
like
he just
it's a
died.
big murder mystery, and then at the end they just go, really, he just he over-exercised and this one drank himself to death.
And people just, there's a bunch of sticks, and people thought, hey, I'll give this a shot.
Why the sticks? No one figured out.
But you're gonna be a published writer. You already are, to a degree, a published writer. So
no, not to any degree. Technically, I will be with this once we publish, quote unquote, this comic book.
You've already, you're what was it, published editor.
Yes.
So there.
And in the most joking sense of that term, yes.
No.
My name is in print. Yes. We can go with that.
You're already. You've accomplished things, believe it or not.
Yeah, I love your blunt reading. Don't worry, you've accomplished.
I'm just saying. No, I'm saying like in the world of writing, you've accomplished things. Like you.
No, I've taken big steps this year. Considering to come out here and have no education on it, no background in it, no credentials or resume of any kind. I'm getting my foot in there. I got my toesies wet.
Have you ever have you looked into or made any networked at all to like get into the TV world or anything like that? Like doing a job?
I think I probably have. I just haven't used. I don't look at it as networking. I have friends that I've been told by other friends, like, hey, if you want to get a job in this, talk to this person. I'm just not ready to cross that threshold with those people yet.
What's it gonna take?
I don't know. It's gonna be just the right moment when I don't know. I don't want to think that far ahead about that because that's not how I wanted to do it necessarily. Like, I know like we all have our ideals about how things should go or whatever, but eventually I'll get fed up with the job that I'm working so much and need to go and go. I will come in and do like the least paying, highest work job just to get my foot in the door. If you can help me with something like that, it'll have to be within the next 2 years because I won't be a 40-year-old fucking begging for a PA job or a runner job. You know.
I think you need to take a page out of my playbook, and you look at yourself in the mirror, and you tell yourself how repulsive you are. And how,
dude, I wrote that playbook before you were born. Get off my lawn.
Maybe I'm the one that's going into the windows and stealing your writing materials.
Yeah.
And then you need to be like,
when you get to the point, Drew, when you get to the point where you won't even look at yourself in the mirror to tell yourself how repulsive you are because you can't look yourself in the eye anymore, then you talk to me about what I should do.
What I do is I step out of the shower naked, and I just look at myself, my naked reflection in the mirror, and I go, gross.
I thought you showered with a shirt on.
You would think. No, if somebody else, if somebody else was in there,
the t-shirt for in the fetal position.
If somebody else was in there with me, yes, I would have a shirt on. You're right. But because I'm by myself, I can. Yeah. That's when I'm vulnerable. That's when I can do that. Look myself in the, in the eye and just be like, no one likes you. You're not worthy. You try so hard, and it doesn't matter. So, keep doing what you're doing. You piece of shit.
That's sound advice to give yourself. Everything's not working. Keep it up, champ. What you should be doing is you try so hard. Stop trying. Just stop trying.
Stop trying?
Yeah, stop trying.
How do you do that?
You don't ask that question first off. Like, that's you trying.
So should I still got to get up tomorrow morning. I still got to go to the gym. I have to.
That's fine. Go to the gym, but don't try to compare yourself to other people. Just go in there and do what you got to do for you.
I normally 99% of the time that is what I do. I don't really pay attention to the other people. Sometimes
I'm gonna say this: take a white T-shirt, a plain white T-shirt, and write a mantra on it.
Okay.
And you wear that T-shirt to the gym. Now I'm stealing this from Patriot, where the guy needed his physical therapy because his leg was messed up, but he couldn't do his physical therapy without being in pain, and it showed on his face, so he wouldn't do it until he wrote "Fuck John Wayne" on a T-shirt, and then it allowed him to overcome the masculinity complex that John Wayne created in this country about the man's man doesn't show weakness by showing pain. By wearing that shirt, it allowed him to stop judging himself for making a face that said, "I'm in pain right now while I'm trying to therapize my leg." You need a "Fuck John Wayne" shirt for the gym.
I don't really care about John Wayne. What would your mantra be?
Yeah, you gotta find your own mountain, dude.
What would your mantra be?
I don't need one anymore.
You're right. You're self-actualized.
Yeah. Now I feel like I just bragged, and I've fallen back behind the threshold of recross back into anxiety, and now I have to come up with a T-shirt. Fuck.
Mine I think would be "Don't fart."
That's fine.
I do get worried about that. Like,
yeah,
you do those leg workouts every once in a while, and you get. I'm listening. I got noise canceling headphones on. I think like what would be like a little sneaker.
You're trying to sneak out a silent one, but it comes out a squeaker.
Oh yeah. That happens too when you're running. Like you just a little.
You got to relieve the pressure.
Toot shoots out a little bit, and it's dangerous. So maybe, I'm just trying not to fart. That's.
I was thinking about the fact that everybody's wearing headphones everywhere now, and because Lennon is deaf, and where he went to school, everybody was deaf. So they would literally just be walking down the hallway, just laying farts, didn't matter, loud as fuck. And I was like, that's the society of the future. We'll be walking, everybody will have their podcast on, everybody will have their music on in their headphones. They'll just be sitting on the bus. Everybody's just ripping farts on those benches, and nobody cares because no one can hear it. Do you think that's our future?
Do you think hearing a fart adds to the smell?
It makes it. Yeah, I think if a bad smell, even if it smells like farts, comes around, if you didn't hear a fart, you can convince yourself it's the
environment,
it's a sewage drain or something. But when you hear a fart, even if it doesn't smell bad, you're sitting in a fart.
You're right. Do you think that was? Do you think that was the case at Lennon's school?
But they kept checking the sewage backups and things.
Yeah.
Or what? What do you mean?
You ever? Yeah, they just farting all the time. Because some of them.
No, that's a true story. That's a true story.
Oh,
I'm not lying about that. I didn't. That wasn't a hypothetical. I've walked those halls. I've heard those farts.
All right. I can. Yeah. The good mantra then. Don't fart.
I don't think. See, but it should be. I'll fart when I want.
I'll fart when I want.
That should be your mantra.
Farting is normal.
Positive, I don't care if you. Yeah, farting's normal. If I fart while I'm doing squats, deal with it. I am who I am. We all do it. This time it just didn't come out silent.
Yeah. A lot of times too, though, when I go, because I do go to the YMCA, and it tends to be, depending on what time of the day you go. So in the summers when I go later, there's a lot of old people there. So there's definitely some tutors.
Oh yeah, they don't care.
Yeah. What age is it like? So obviously, if you're a baby, maybe through I don't know, age 2 or 3, it's okay for them to fart. and it's like socially acceptable. Be like, oh, how you doing it? You know what I mean? And then there's like a long time where you got to hold it. You experience the stomach pain, and you know what it's like. You know, you're on that first date, and you're gassy for whatever reason. Like you ate some greens or some beans the day before, and now you're just tooting up. You know, it's building up, and you feel the pain, and you got to hold it for 4 hours, and then as soon as they leave, you just let loose and let loose and let loose. And then, like, I think you reach the age of like 80, and then you hop out of your car and you fart. Your feet hit the ground, you fart, and they're just like, yeah, that happens.
I think the age is 36, actually.
I don't think so.
I just want it to be.
If I could change the world, if I could prioritize like the world's problems, I would think normalizing farts would be top 3.
Well, that's an easy goal to achieve, and it takes place in kindergarten.
Yeah. You're freezing up.
Inform all kids before they go to kindergarten. Go when you inevitably fart in kindergarten, and everybody's gonna laugh at you. They're laughing at the fact that you farted. They're not laughing at you as a person. Kids find farts amusing, so don't find shame in that. If you got another one in the chamber, let it rip, and they're gonna really then all bets are off, and you are cemented for the next 12 years.
What if that's my What if that's where my insecurity stems from, Rob? Maybe when in my youth, at one point in time, I let out a fart when I shouldn't have, and it wasn't. It was ridiculed. It made me feel better.
I think we talked about this. Didn't you blame a fart on somebody else, or get a fart blamed on you?
I don't know.
I think so. I think I heard this story. I think it's on the podcast somewhere. We unearthed your origin story on accident 25 episodes ago. And you've regressed. You've pushed it down into your forgotten memories again. Because I swear to God, there was a story about that. I know.
Cut out.
For me, I love. I was going to say the last name, but I know that you don't like that.
I didn't hear what you said.
This tall person that we were sitting in a Indian style in our whole class on the floor for some type of story time or something.
Crisscross applesauce.
What's that?
You should say crisscross applesauce instead of Indian style.
Jesus Christ! Have we lost Indian style?
I mean, I
didn't get that. I didn't get that memo. I'm sorry. I can't keep up. I guess I just need to think more progressively and go, oh, it's got the I word in it. Sorry.
Is that what it's called?
I've crisscross super draw. What am I supposed to say now?
Crisscross applesauce.
All right. I was. We were all sitting feet to our knees in pretzel formation.
Oh, there you go.
And somebody farted and it was audible. And this, like, I personally, I was always on Kayla's side on this. Everybody looked at her. She's the tallest. She was like 6 foot tall in kindergarten. Now I might be embellishing that a little bit, but that's how it felt. She was that much like higher. Like she was just a head and shoulders above the rest of us. And it might've been like second grade. I don't know. And it devastated her, and she like swore up and down it wasn't her. It smelled bad, and she got ridiculed for that. And it's like, you don't have to be the one that farts. You don't have to be the one that is blamed on. All you have to do is be in the room and see the mob turn on somebody, whoever. The first person that somebody points at and goes, "It was them," and the rest of the room just pulls out fucking cabbage and starts throwing it at them, and it sticks to them, and it sticks to them with them for a year, and you see that, and that traumatizes everybody in the room, but not enough for everybody in the room to just go, maybe we should just be okay with it, that the fact that we all have to fart sometimes. They're like, instead of going like, no, from now on I fucking hold it in, from now on I blame it on somebody else, from now on bodily functions do not happen. They're not to me. Everybody else, yeah, but me, no way. I'm done with milk. I'm done with beans. I'm done with I'm just eating cheese from now on. What, does cheese make you fart?
I don't think so. Usually, I think cheese is
Yeah,
known
yeah.
to.
So that's kindergartners that are just like, I just want string cheese and a butt plug. There's no farting that's ever gonna happen out of that hole. I control myself. So
and then become the most like uptight person you've ever met in your entire life.
Yeah, exactly. They become so uptight that they are worried about heart attacks and they try and run through the pain.
I don't feel pain when I run. Like sometimes my legs get a little sore, but that's normal.
Oh, I'm talking about those people that have to fart so bad that they get up and they run through the stomach pain.
Yeah. All right. You're looking off into the distance. Somewhere out there.
I can't see myself on camera because I froze up.
Someone out there is farting.
Yes, yes, someone out there. It's happening right now.
You're right. World hunger is one thing. Homelessness is another.
Yeah.
But farting
Yeah.
should be top of the list.
Well, I'll say this. I mean, you can't solve both. If you solve world hunger, then you only add to the farting problem.
You're right.
So, I mean, you got to pick one or the other.
So we got to normalize it first and then feed everybody.
Yeah, yeah. I think
we're on to something.
I think we're one step closer to a better, brighter tomorrow. It might smell worse.
That can be
it's brighter.
You could be the president, I'll be vice president, and our our slogan can just be, it's okay to fart.
You see, I think you've got to be president because I'll just be back in the back whispering things in your ear, and you'll go, "Yeah, you can't say that. Not anymore. I'll millennial it up for you."
Crisscross applesauce.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're actually probably
I'm oblivious to this thing that is let's cancel language as opposed to just going, hey, maybe we should get the fucking context once in a while.
I'll just write your speeches.
Okay.
How about that? And then I'll be the one whispering like, hey.
I just need you to whisper into my ear a lot. No, just stay on script, stay on target.
I know what you're about to say, and you can't. You can't.
Yeah, don't. I see the look. I see that look in your eye.
I know it has some deep down. It has like some like meaningfulness to it, but people aren't going to perceive it like that.
Yeah, it's going to take you a half an hour to get to your point, and your point may be good, but no one's going to be with you after minute 15.
You're right. So,
yeah, no, I know how I operate. I know it's not conducive to changing people's minds. That's why I need somebody to punch up my rhetoric.
I just want to end the episode. One, Rob, your computer keeps lagging, which it happens, or maybe it's mine. I don't know, but
no, I think it's mine because my internet keeps on being funky. It's the internet. It's not even my computer. It's the internet here.
The second point, I'm not some crazy guy that like is on the verge of a mental breakdown by any means. I'm trying to better myself. I don't want to die. And no, I'm not a bully, god damn it. Like everybody compares themselves to other people all the time. And I just do it a little bit more every once in a while. I bully myself, that is true. But I'm not a bad person. I do a lot of good things.
I don't think you're a bad person. No one here said, did you hear me say you were a bad person?
I care about people, and I don't want to be portrayed in a negative light. Just because I think Dennis Quaid in The Parent Trap is a questionable parent, you know who else is a questionable parent? Stu Pickles, Dee Dee Pickles. All those people in the Rugrats, never around. Their kids get out every day. Every day. Grandpa's sleeping. He's probably drunk. You know, he's a retired old man. He's drunk on the chair. The kids get out and they get into all these sorts of situations to the point. At one point, they get lost in the woods. People are looking for them. Nobody questions the parents of like, where the fuck were you? I'm not one of those people. I do good things. I care about people. I fight for people. I speak the truths. And Every once in a while, yeah, I ridicule my body because it's not meeting the standards that I want it to meet. Yeah. When I look down, do I see more stomach than penis? Absolutely. And I want to change that. I'm not that weird.
Just so I have the same problem, Drew.
And you're significantly skinnier.
Much less of a stomach, though.
Yeah. So, I'm not so different.
Can I just, if I'm not lagging too much, am I lagging too much?
No, you're good.
I'm not. I don't think anybody's suggesting you're a bad person. The Parent Trap needs to be questioned. I'm glad you brought this to the forefront of. This is something that needed to be brought to people's attention. And I'm going to say this: I think a show about Stu and what's her name, Dee Dee?
Yeah.
Remake the entire Rugrats. I could get behind this. Remake the entire Rugrats show verbatim, episode by episode, but from the perspective of the parents. So they're just talking about bills and shit, and you have to watch in the background like the babies just kind of crawl past. And they're like, "What are we doing tonight? We're gonna go watch a movie." They're on the countertops. They're up in the cupboards. You just watch and then it's like you really get to see how dangerous some of the stuff that the Rugrats were getting into, and how just not paying attention the parents were.
I was thinking more like it's from the parents' perspective, but like during like a CPS interview. But yeah, go on.
No, but yeah, no, that's about it. I like the idea of a reverse perspective, because when you watch the Rugrats, you go, babies are heroes, and they traverse past their cowardice and overcome the things and to explore a new world that they've never explored before because they're babies, and all they have to do is get through that one little sliding gate, and untold truths will be revealed to them. That's what the Rugrats is about, unless you watch it from the perspective of what the fuck are the parents doing. Then it becomes a show about really bad parenting, as is the Parent Trap.
Right.
It's like you can watch it as a love story, but you can also watch it as a story about two terrible people that got together and made twin redheads, and then when they grew up, they were even more terrible for getting back together, because if you could have mended it, if you can mend it now, you could have mended it then, which meant tearing your twins apart at birth was not the right answer.
You for over a decade.
You took the easy way out, and you took the first suggestion that came into the room, which was you take one, I take one.
Who's the worst person? Who suggests it?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if is the worst person the one that suggests it, or the one that goes, yeah, all right, I'm game for that.
No, that sound. I see no flaws.
Is it the person who the first question I would ask if I was Lindsay Lohan to Dennis Quaid is, who got to pick and who got picked? Because that's a big deal. So you picked me, and then the other one gets to go. So I was just a byproduct of her getting picked.
Right.
That's why you got the shitty one.
Right.
There's a lot of or did they just put them on a table and take their name cards off and spin it? And we'll never know which one is which.
It's a lot of unanswered questions, and with that, I have not finished my beer yet, Rob. I got a little bit left.
Oh, we're about the same, yeah.
Yeah, dude, we're just on the same wavelength.
Yeah,
we got the Belgian style. Yours is a little lighter. Mine's darker. But we both have probably like 25% left. You're a better person than I am, and
no, I just think I'm a better person. No, wait, that sounds pretty arrogant, but I'm better at acknowledging my self-worth in certain regards than you are for yourself. But that's like me. I will stagnate. You never will. You'll always be rising to the top. of whatever you're trying to do.
But I'll never reach the top.
Just because you won't allow yourself to. Me, lazy medium, I'm pretty good.
I'll never have that Marv in Home Alone 2 moment where he busts the door open and says, "Harry, I've reached the top," only to fall to the bottom moments later. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you don't think you'll have that moment.
Great.
Wait, did we cut out? What's going on? Did you say great?
I said great.
Oh, I think you're perpetually living that one scene over and over again.
Him falling or reaching the top?
Both. You reach the top. Harry, I've gotten married, and then to a lesbian, fall back down the stairs. And at the bottom of the stairs, you go, "I'll never be happy again." And then you get to the top and you go, "Harry, I've gotten a house."
It did go. Harry, I got married, and then it was Harry. I got the. And it was like ... and then Harry, yeah. I've gotten a house ... and then to a lesbian.
Yeah.
was the order of how that went.
So you fall doubly. Harry, I've gotten my, and really in this case, Rob, I've gotten my master's degree. Yes, you're finally going to have some free time. I'm going for a double master's now. You're back at the bottom. I think you're perpetually living in that one scene over and over again.
I don't think we ever established that the first marriage fell apart because of that.
No, it's established now. And I didn't even drink before the show today.
And it's fine.
No, you can cut it out. You can cut it out.
I'm not.
Those are in the two. That's got to be in the 2 lost episodes, yeah.
Yeah, the ones I deleted. Oh no, we didn't. I don't think we said why.
Oh, that's right. We were. The fact that we had to delete those episodes. Those were not bad episodes, and we were very ginger around that topic.
I still got them.
I'd say re-release them.
I could.
Yeah.
Go back to.
I mean that could boost us. Just on the Nielsen's alone.
I will say, to my credit, like when all that came down, I was told the words like, "I didn't think you would take it this good," or were spoken to me, because
by her.
Yeah. Because when she told me, I was just like, all right, well, I guess.
See, and that's the thing. You're a good person. You didn't go like, "How dare you not like me anymore?" Because of this. It's like you were accepting of what happened. I'm pretty sure you would have rather her not waited till after you signed on the house.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, it all works out. You know, we're all on a journey, and that it is what it is. And I'm not trying to down talk her or whatever, because that's not what we're about. You absolutely can edit that out, and if you feel like, I'm sorry if I dropped some. I thought we talked about it before, but
I don't know. No, that's fine.
She's. I've been telling everybody when I tell people what this show's about, it's about a guy that got married to, and then I go on with your story.
Maybe
I got to reel him in somehow. You know,
the podcast is, it's both of our journeys, but do you think it's more about my journey than your journey?
I think it goes back and forth. I think it's equally about both of our journeys, honestly. Even though I have more episode titles, which kind of pisses me off, but.
What should this be? Bully Drew? I don't want to be.
No,
I don't want to
because
be a
that
bully.
Would be accurate.
What should it be? Half penis, half stomach.
I mean, that's pretty funny.
It's a good one. But anyways, I drank Raised Grain Brewing Company's Jimmy's Trip Home. It's pretty good. I would gladly pay an additional $3 for another can. I like it. What about you?
All right. I drank the Engren Elixir Hops rotating hop Pilsner. Really good. It's just a smooth beer. I mean, it's a crisp. It's very crisp, but light on the back end and goes down smooth. Tastes good. It's a Pilsner. There's nothing super special about it, but if you like especially elixir hops, you're going to like it. So
Great.
I never said this, but it's 4.8 on the ABVs. 35 on the IBUs.
Nice.
We both got IBU beers too this time.
Look at that. My gosh. We're match made in heaven. Well, have a great rest of your birthday, Rob. I hope it goes well. I'm going to be going to bed soon and getting up at the crack of dawn to go pick things up and put them down. And, continue living. And hopefully one day it'll be maybe quarter stomach, quarter penis. Or no.
Quarter stomach, 3/4 penis.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right.
I'm here to do the math for you. It's all right.
Appreciate it.
It's all a wash. All right, man.
Pew! Audio. Goodbye, everyone.